So today we're going to talking about the conversation of relatedness. And that's the first conversation in the technology for accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept of conversation relatedness is in three parts. Who are you to me, who I am to you, and who are you to the world. So in this conversation, we're mostly talking about the first two, who are you to me and who I am to you.
Mm-hmm.
So as usual, we always start from some type of breakdown. So let's say the breakdown happens in one of the team members that that you have a certain listening of that team member. So can you think out of any like right now happening in a team? Maybe someone is not coachable, or someone is too stuck in the point of view all the time.
Yeah, well, we definitely have both of those. We have both of those. Sometimes the person thinks that they are participating, but they won't take the coaching. So nothing seems to be moving.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So first, let's assign that person a name. Say that person's name is Mike. So
Okay.
tell me about Mike. What do you think who Mike is to you?
Besides my coachee?
Well, it can be any person.
Okay.
So
So we're talking specific team members, is that right?
yeah.
Or we,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So Mike is someone who I coach,
Mm-hmm.
and um, he's very busy, a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And
Mm-hmm.
so when talking to him about either his game in the world or the team game, because he's in charge of the power to create, he's accountable for that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't want to he doesn't want to drive the conversations and actions because he says he's
Okay.
always too busy.
Okay. So uh, in your listening, Mike is too busy. What else?
What else? Um, he hasn't done many of the courses at Landmark.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel sometimes like he's trying to coach me on everything.
Okay.
He doesn't speak from distinction. He speaks from the way that he sees things. And he has lots of reasons and considerations for why everything is the way that it is.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So you're seeing Mike has a lot of reason and considerations.
Mhm.
Great. So what I hear you're saying is Mike is always busy. He has a lot of reasons and considerations, and then he's kind of stubborn and not coachable.
Mhm.
Those three.
Mhm.
So in the first part of conversation relatedness, we always want to create who you are to me, not from the present, not from the past, but 100% from the future. So the three part you're talking to me is who Mike is to you from the past.
Mhm.
And of course, you have a lot of evidence to support that is who Mike is to you.
A lot of evidence.
But in order for the conversation relatedness to work, you got to reset yourself. Now tell me, speaking from Mike's future, that he has already complete team, he's mastered all the all the leadership, who Mike is to you.
Oh, wow. Well, Mike is very powerful. He wants to do a lot of work with children, and he's a camp counselor. And so he is the person who's going to actually be able to empower kids who are in sixth and seventh grade so they learn who they are as leaders. And he's already been very powerful in this, and he's been doing this for years from the future.
Fantastic. So you're talking about what Mike is doing.
Mhm.
Now, what kind of being Mike needs to be in order for him to perform the doing?
Coachable.
Okay.
What
What
else?
else?
He needs to be looking. There's something about giving up his point of view. His point, according to him.
Okay, so hold on a second. When you're saying give up point of view, you're still speaking from the negative part. So what the person is like when the person does not in his point of view or doesn't. Yeah, so how do you speak that in a positive sense?
Okay, so when he's not in his point of view, he's joyful, he's very easy to get along with, he's enrolling. What else?
So actually where I'm speaking into is when people are in the point of view, he's focusing on himself.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of that is when he's focusing entirely on the others, on the children, on the person he's communicating with. One person is focusing entirely on the others. He's not in his point of view because he himself does not exist in the conversation.
And that's when he's enrolling.
Correct.
And joyful.
Correct. So now you talk about what Mike is doing, like in your listening, and then you talk about what Mike's being in your listening.
Mm-hmm.
Now pretending I'm Mike speaking to me.
What am I going to speak to you about?
That who I am to you.
Mike, who you are to me is someone who is so attentive and so enrolling. I feel empowered whenever I'm with you. You see me for who I am and what I can be. And that is something that most people do not do as an everyday occurrence. But for you, it is an everyday occurrence. And that takes me very far.
Okay.
I can see what I can do.
So the important part of who you are to me is you're talking about three parts in who you are to me. What Mike is doing with the children, what kind of being enable Mike to perform his doing, and what his being has impact to you. So these three parts consists in who you are to me. So if I'm saying this, I say, hey, Mike, you know what? You and I have known each other for a while. I've been wanting to tell you, you are such an inspiration to me. The way you handle all the children, and then you inspire them to be the best part of them, and you impact so many young mind in your activities with them, and not only that, the organization you're creating is gonna impacting millions of children, and that is so inspiring to me. And who you are in order for you to perform that is that powerful leader who's super enrolling, that you're purely focusing your entire life on those young minds, and you are super solid in your leadership, and that inspired me to up my game. For me to be your team member, that I need to up my game. That I need to be focusing on a noble goal and creating a powerful game of my own, so that I can be on the same ballpark as you are. And thank you for being who you are. So this is example delivery of the first part, who you are to me. And you can see the three parts: doing, being, and why you're doing inspire me, or why you're doing has an impact to me.
The impact.
Yes. And then the second part is who I am to you. Who I am to you is commitment coming from nothing. So in terms of Mike, it looks like Mike, I'm so inspired by what you're doing. I'm gonna giving you my word that I'm gonna do everything that I can do to making sure that you get where you needed to be. And if anytime you need anything to from me to fulfill your mission, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm all yours. So the second part is commitment coming from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversation of relatedness, the first part is acknowledgement or creation coming from nothing. And the second part is commitment coming from nothing. And this will rapidly deepen the relation between me and Mike. So, and this will also basically cut through whatever the resistance Mike has. And then after that, I can start going into possibility, opportunity, and conversation for action. Because ultimately, when I'm doing coaching, the ultimate goal is conversational action. That I'm going to request Mike to do something. And so in this case, I'm going to request Mike to be on time, to be show up on the meeting, to be feel his game in the word on every week. So after the first leg of conversation relatedness, I can move into the action and how it looks like. It's going to be like, and as your coach and the integrity partner, I'm going to have a powerful request that on Tuesday that I'm inspired by. You are gonna talking to 10 children by 9 p.m. Tuesday, and I want to do my part. That being in service to be your integrity partner, such that you get there. Do I have your permission to be that integrity partner?
Wow. Sure.
So the takeaway from this is whenever we coach other people, or whenever I'm seeing there's a behavior of the other person I wanted to alter, it's conversational action, because I am making a request. And as all the conversational action, when making a request, that person can accept, counter, and decline. But if I go directly into request without the conversational relatedness, then how the other person experience will be being forced an outcome.
I was just thinking that.
And when the other person experience being forced outcome or being controlled, and he will naturally develop a resistance. And that's making my coaching ineffective, which I'm 100% responsible of.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime when I'm coaching is ineffective, or to be even more general, any of my requests outside of landmark, when I'm making a request, that request is being ineffective. That request can be, I want to go out on a date with you, or I want a 20% raise in my salary. Any request, when that is ineffective, it's almost always because I'm missing the conversation of relatedness. And when I'm missing the conversation of relatedness, I go straight into request, and that person does not experience the request is made it that I'm on the same side with that person. The goal of conversation relatedness is to deepen the relationship so that when I'm actually making the request, that person is saying, oh, this person is with me. Anything he asks is for my benefit, is for my goal, is for my purpose, is for what I want to accomplish. And the conversation relating is actually making the possibility and opportunity become real. Then the request become effective.
So what I'm hearing you say is that that conversation of relatedness creates a bridge between two people, and it creates a listening of who we are for each other.
Yes. And also, anytime when a request within team or without or outside of team, when the request is ineffective, you get a decline. It's opportunity for you to look at where am missing in the conversational relatedness, or or how do I recreate the conversational relatedness so that my request become more effective.
So I'm also hearing you say this is a tool I can take with me outside of team.
Yes, let's use an example of something outside of team.
So let's use as an example outside of team.
So typically the example is either between, say, you and your boyfriend, or you and your boss, or you and your coworker.
Okay, let's talk about how about me and my mother?
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so give me the breakdown.
Oh
What
my
you said,
God.
what she said, what you said, what she said, and eventually she become upset. So give me that breakdown.
I have such a headache over this. So my mother, she loves me. I love her. So it's not that there's love missing, but where we have a breakdown is her desire for me to spend my birthday with her every year,
Hmm?
which is also almost always, but not always, almost always, especially in the last 5 years, around Easter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on vacation and not here. I am
Mm-hmm. Okay.
out. So I'm not going to do that. That does not go over well with my mother.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
She
So,
called me when I was on a out of town, and I said, I'm in the middle of something. I was actually involved in a conversation with other people. I said, Mom, may I call you in 5 minutes? No, I'm just going to finish this right now. Okay, sure, go ahead. I'm mailing you your birthday card since I'm not going to see you. That was her way of making me feel bad that I'm not going to see her. Okay, got it.
fantastic. So let's dissect that conversation.
Mhm.
Thank you. This is a beautiful example. This
I'm
is a
glad
really
you
beautiful.
enjoy it.
This is a really beautiful example. So she called you and she mailed you a birthday card, and you have a a predetermined listening or past listening of her. So first describe that listening.
My mother wants me to spend all my time with her.
Okay, more. What else?
More. It's never enough.
Uh-huh.
Um, I got she loves me and I love her.
Uh-huh.
And I need some me time.
Mhm.
So,
So what I heard is she's demanding,
mhm,
she's controlling,
mhm,
and she does not respect me, letting me live my life,
mhm.
and then she cares only what she wants. That is what I hear.
Well, she also cares about what I want, but as long as it doesn't disrupt what she wants.
Yes. So this listening
Mhm,
is what you listen to her based on the past evidence.
mhm,
And this listening itself dictates how you're speaking to her.
mhm.
And that will drive the relationship further and further. Now, scratch that. Let's create a new listening. That new listening is 100% from future. That's
Mm-hmm.
not based on present or past.
Mm-hmm.
Who your mother is to you.
Okay. So who my mother is to me from the future, someone who loves me, someone who my happiness is very important to her, someone who sees me as the leader that I am, and someone who lets me live my own life.
So let me speak that. So my mother, she trusts me. She empowers me to live my own life. And she uh, she really think everything and do everything that is making my life easier and making my life better.
Not sure about the easier part.
Okay. So then speak that in your word. Uh,
I think that she understands and she gives me space to be my person.
Great. So you don't need to talk about the love part
Mm-hmm.
because the love part was uh, it's same in the past listening and same listening. We're focusing on the part that is different. So she understands you and she gave you space.
Mm-hmm.
And is there another way of saying she gave you space?
She
Like
supports me.
she supports you and she trusts you and she empowers you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she understands me, she trusts me, she empowers me. Okay, cool. Now speaking who you are to me, like pretending I'm your mother. So how do you start the phone call?
Um, Thank you so much for always giving me an opportunity to live my best life. That you see that some things that are important to me are things that I've always wanted to be able to do. And without your commitment to me getting to experience life, that would never be an opportunity.
Wow, your mom is really that lucky.
She is, isn't she?
You're speaking like to a forum leader. Okay,
That's what I got.
okay. So let me give a cut. So I'm speaking to a regular people like your mom. Mom, I meant to tell you this. Like all my life, I really look up to you, and of course you always love me. I know that. But on top of that, you are the person always trust me. Like for me to go on life, and you always empower me whenever I have doubt, and you always support me when I'm worried.
When I'm
And
worried, is that what you said?
yeah,
Okay.
you always support me when I have fear and when I'm worried. And I want you to know that I become who I am today. Like I become who I am today is 100% because of you. Like right now, uh, I am a really great girlfriend, great employee, and everybody in my life loves me. That is because of you. That you for so many years you mold me into who I am today, and you let me go out to live my life. You give me courage to explore the area of uncertainty that other people may be scared to get into. And you give me the courage to adventure in into all of those unknown areas, Mom, I want you to know it is you. And now I'm getting to the second part, who I am to you. And you know, as your daughter, I give you my word that I will always be there for you, no matter what. And my heart is always gonna be with you. And whenever you're in need, I will drop everything to come to your side, and you can count on that. Now, I understand that it is important for us to getting together every year for my birthday, because that is how we used to create so much magic every year. But in the same token, you always encourage me to start my own venture, and I am doing that. That I am going to travel to see the world, and I am going out with my boyfriend to create unique memory of our own, and that is part of what you create me to be. So even in this year or maybe last year, I was not there physically with you, but I wanted you to know that no matter where in the world I am and who I'm with, the experience of a life I'm able to create is because of you, because you let me fly with my own wing. And I want to thank you for that.
So are you coming over for my birthday or not?
On this year, I very much want to, but no, I am going to spending this year with my boyfriend. We're going to Las Vegas, and we are creating our memory between us for our future to cherish. Would you be okay with that, Mom?
Yes, of course. I love you very much. And I'll pray for you.
Thank you, Mom. And so if we dissect that conversation, because when she started the conversation, from her end, she's feeling a little bit sad, a little bit maybe lost, because her daughter is not going to be with her. So she has those sadness, a little bit doubt, and maybe a little bit frustration on her end. What the conversation of relatedness is aiming to do is to snap her out of that. And the way to snap her out of that is focusing on who she is and letting her know the amazing mom she has been. So when you left the call, you left her inspired by who she is. When she entered the call, she was sad by what was missing. So see the conversion?
So another way to say it is when she was sad, she was in her point of view
Yeah,
also. And
exactly.
the conversation for relatedness is a way to bring people out of their point of view, out of what stops them, so that we can create something together.
Amazing point. Yes, yes. And whenever we are coaching anybody who's obviously stuck in their point of view, it is conversation relatedness can lift them out of the point of view within 5 minutes. And then after that, you'll be able to speaking to her when she's out of point of view. So we all experience that when we're talking with someone, they're stuck in their point of view, and they keep arguing with you, saying, "Oh, I'm unlovable, prove me I'm lovable, or I'm not enough, they argue with you, I'm worthless. Do not get into the argument with them. Go straight into conversation relatedness. You speaking like, hey, I heard what you said, but let me tell you who you are to me. Like I heard you're in pain, that you feel not loved, you feel not worthy. I heard that, I got that. But let me tell you who you are to me. Like you are the most amazing person. Like the thing you did last year, uh, helping so many people, and I deeply admire that. And the thing you did last month inspired me to change my behavior. Now I go to gym all the time because of you.
So another thing that I'm hearing, this is great. Another thing that I'm hearing is that we're not trying to coach people out of their point of view. We're not
Oh,
justifying their point of view. We're not convincing them they don't have a point of view. We're only saying, I got that's what you're experiencing. And here's how great I see you. Here's who you are to me. And inside of that, people see the gap sometimes and can step into that listening.
exactly. Because when you do the conversation relatedness, you're actually creating that person 100% out of thin air. You're creating that person from future. But the most important thing is that future being, the person has to be inspired to step into.
Perfect.
And from the receiving end, that person saying, "Oh my God, I never thought she think me like that. Actually, that's a really cool person, and I want to be that." And that will get that person out of the stuckness in the point of view, and becoming inspiring, becoming energetic, becoming powerful, becoming full of love in that 5 minutes.
That's perfect. I think we should stop there.
Okay.
That's good.